Okay, good morning, welcome back. It is the next day and I'm already up on the floor level of the new treehouse. The sun, I've got to be careful because these floorboards aren't screwed down yet. Oops, you can see it. The sun is already out. See the mountains being lit up there. So first things first, I'm going to screw down these floorboards here. I've put a piece of thread on the first line. There'll be 3 screws because we have the middle. And then I shall run a support underneath there, underneath the joint between the boards and the MDF. And then we can get on with building the internal wall and the barrier and then the stairs. It is surprisingly high up here. So I read through the comments yesterday. I will be answering the comments. Thank you very much for watching and commenting, those of you who did. I'll answer them as I have time over the next few days. So I'm going to get on with screwing. That's not particularly exciting. And then once I've screwed it all down, we'll cut back in and see how we do on the and whereabouts to put the door. How I do on the facade. So basic Sunday lunch today. It's roast pork with beer sauce and canoodle. Just gonna sear it once all the way around and then pop it in the oven, and then we can get back on with building. So there we go, that's seared. Let me turn off the fan, I'll turn down the fan so you can hear me. Some garlic and an onion. Now for the most important thing, and I think the most important piece of advice I can give you here is to always check the quality of the beer. Yeah, that's just fine. And now we'll reduce into a lovely sauce. Thermometer in, lid on, and off to the oven. Okay, I'm going to get started on the front wall now of the building. So I want to follow along that line there. And because again this is freestanding, I don't really want to put too many holes in the wall, so I'm going to make it self-supporting just like downstairs. We'll go off here, stop on the wall, one down, one across, and then one back. And there we go, it's starting to look like a frame. So we've got our frame and it's attached on all sides. We'll put in now the 2 verticals for the door, or 1 vertical for the door. In fact, I might have the door right over to one side, maybe to this side. No, I think that's probably best to that side, so it's not directly opposite the staircase or the slide for safety. Okay, so 1 vertical in there, and then perhaps a little window there, and we can start doing the boards. So here's the downfalls of doing things as you go along. That post really is of no use to me, and it's actually in the way. But I've no clever way of getting rid of it now. And in fact, that post over there is pretty useless too. And it would have made sense to run, well, that one wouldn't have made a huge difference, but that one at least, to have run the wall beam across. But I didn't. So, learning by doing. I think it's still sturdy enough. I mean, there's 120 kilos of me and I've been wandering around and bouncing up and down and building up there all morning, so shouldn't be too bad. Yeah. What I need, would really need, I guess in Italy I have one of those little jiggle saw things that you can sort of lay flat and jiggle in. It's quite a big bit of wood, but with a bit of patience we'd probably get through. and that would cut it down. I think with the hand saw I'm going to make holes in the wall. With any type of electrical saw I'll make holes in the wall except for that jiggle saw. Right, well, anyway. With all of that, I've forgotten the measurement for the piece of wood going up on the door. That's me for thinking about things. So these are knödel, which are bread dumplings, very traditional Austrian Bavarian. And in the oven is our roast, which as you can see is looking fabulous. Right, 74 degrees, so we're pretty much good. Wait for these to settle, and then lunch. And there we go, lunch is served. So I'm not sure if we'll be building this afternoon. We might go for a bike ride. Otherwise, we'll finish up perhaps tonight and some more over the next couple of days. So out for a little bicycle ride this afternoon. I've got the kids in the trailer. I am cheating, it is an e-bike. I thought you might like to see what the scenery is here. So now we're on the other side of the airport. This is the Nordkette. The flat bit there is the Martinswand, which is very good for climbing. Come all the way around. So, never disappoints. 360 degrees of mountains all the way around Innsbruck. Right, back down the cycle path. Okay, so it's the next day now. Time to get back on. See, we've put up a little bit of the front. That's where we stopped last time. I found this online, a used sort of open staircase. There's not much to it, but it was very, very cheap, 30 odd euros. We just need to cut it, so I'm going to make it line up with this step here. So I can give you an idea. Looks like it's going to go over here in the corner, a little bit there, almost exactly there. So that step will line up and you'll walk straight on in. So I'm going to take off the top two steps and cut it, screw it onto that post. We'll find a way of fixing it at the bottom as well. Screw it on here, and that'll help with the barrier as well. So I'm quite happy with that. What I'm going to do now is take out the top two steps and then fix it so that I can use it while I'm doing the rest. Right, so with the cheap jigsaw, I've just notched there and there so that the step comes in pretty straight. And there won't be a tripping point because you don't want kids tripping up or down the stairs. I'm now going to slide and mark up this here on this side, so that will hold it quite neatly into there. And there I've cut that vertical as well with the jigsaw, as you can tell, not very straight, but we'll be sanding everything at the end anyway. I can screw that straight into that joist. And I won't have to worry about faffing about because I already have a plate on here. So I'm going to get on and do that, and then, as far as I'm concerned, the staircase will be fitted. We'll get the other vertical here and I'll cut that afterwards. Okay, and there we go. So that's not going anywhere. Due to popular opinion, being my better half, the next thing to do is going to be to fit the guardrail along here. Big discussion about how high it should be. I've gone with a little bit over 2/3 of the buoy, there will be another bar that goes on the top that comes back across here. I'm going to screw it on another post up here, so it'll be the same as there, screwed on, screwed down, with a flat bracket on the front, so that should hold that nicely in place, and then solid wood all the way across. So a nice balcony, but it sort of needs to be in proportion. We don't want it too high, I don't think, but it's certainly, I think it's high enough to stop the kid from falling down, but we'll see. So, time for a quick sandwich for lunch, and then we'll get back up. Okay, so I've just put a second post up here. This is just screwed to the, come around here, screwed to the staircase, and I've got a piece of flat metal on the front of it. So now we're at the same height, and we're going to put a bar across to the other side. So over there, and then we'll probably be able to do some time lapse as we fill them in with those boards there. Okay, and there we go. Cross is in, and this, which will go around the slide. We've got these planes, the same as we used for the flooring here, which we're going to use for the front up here. So it's gonna look something like that. There'll be a gap in between each one. I haven't decided yet if I have patience. So there are 9 of them. I've worked out more or less, because we've got 3 planks, and each plank is 240, and we need about 80 height. So 80, 16, or 160 rather, 240. So that'll be perfect. So I'm going to chop them, and then we'll go on to time lapse and see about fitting them, or perhaps making them a little prettier. So here they are, there's 9 of them, and they're going to go something like that. Either line them up at the bottom or leave a space, and then I think probably line them up there too. I overlap slightly at the top, but that's not going to look really very pretty. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take each one, and I'm going to make the top a little bit round. So I need, this is the kitchen. We get a good old plate. You just pop the plate on there. Oops. Excellent filming again, excuse me. There we go. And then cut that. That'll look quite neat. So get the jigsaw out. So there we go. It obviously needs some sanding, but we're going to repeat that now 9 times. Right, and there they are, all 9 of them. So it's time to put them up. I'm going to start with the one on the left and the one on the right, so that we can calculate a gap between them as we go across. So I'm going to try and find somewhere to put this on time lapse. Okay, there we go. Well, I don't know what you think. Let me know what you think. I think it looks pretty good. So we're definitely getting there now. I haven't got any more wood. I can't go to the builder's merchants to get any more wood, but so there will be more finishing up to do once this lockdown is over. There's our hole for our slide. There's the barrier, and I'm just going to put in the top screws now that I haven't put in, and then we'll see how much more we manage to do today. Okay, well, I've cut the last bits here for around the window. Four and 5. Let's do another 2 then on this side. And 2. So now from there we're going to take one all the way across the top for the lintel of that, but also for the lintel of the door. That's a good height for the door. So the door and the window finish at the same height. And then on the inside, we'll take some of this, these leftover bits of wood, and we'll just screw them around the frame to give it some rigidity. Maybe even put in a complete cross member there, because kids being kids, I imagine they'll be leaning on this playing shop or whatever else. So screw these down and then measure the top bit. Okay, well, that is going to be about it for today. We've got the wall done. I'm going to go down the staircase in a minute. You'll see it much better. I'm going to have a hoover and a tidy so that the kid can still sleep here tonight. But that's going to be it for this time. And next time, all that's really left now, my step on these stairs, all that's really going to be left now are finishing touches, so sanding everything, getting the slide in, fitting some decorations, some lights and things like that. We might well get around to painting it as well. I did want to paint it, but now I'm not so sure anymore. We'll see what it looks like when it's all sanded down. It might be worth waiting for a while to paint it, because pine always looks so great when it's fresh, and then eventually it'll end up looking like the staircase, so it's going to go browny orange, which I'm not such a huge fan of. So here we are, downstairs. I can turn the gimbal, and that's what it now looks like up there. And the stairs and the barrier, and that's where the slide will come down. So as you can see, I've got some tidying up to do. You'll notice that I always unplug everything with the kids around. There's no saws ever left plugged in or any power tools plugged in. Right, well, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it was in some way informative, or might have given you an idea or two. I got lots of ideas from your comments off the last video, which I will be answering very soon. And that's about it for now. So thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for taking the time and watching the ads and everything else. If you enjoyed it, then like, subscribe, tell other people about it, and let me know. So I'll see you very soon as we finish up this one. Take care for now and stay safe. Bye bye.